Have you ever thought what would happen if one day suddenly fuel stop coming into India? No petrol, no diesel, no gas. Your bike won't start. Buses will stop. Trucks carrying food will stop. And slowly, everything around you will begin to slow down. Sounds scary, right? But the truth is, this is not just an imagination. This is a real risk. And today, I am going to tell you a story not of a personal, but of a country. A story about India and its hidden dependence on energy from far away lands. Let's begin. India is one of the fastest growing countries in the world. Cities are expanding, people are buying cars, industries are growing, and all of the growth needs one thing: energy, a lot of energy. Today, oil and gas together make up around one third of India's total energy needs. But here is the problem. India does not produce enough oil and gas on its own. In fact, India import most of it. Around 90% of crude oil comes from outside the country. Almost half of the natural gas is also imported. Now think about it. It your daily if your daily life depend on something and that thing is controlled by someone else, is that safe? Not really. A large part of India's oil comes from West Asia. Countries like South Arabia, Iraq, UAE, then they are the major suppliers. And there is a one very important route, the Strait of Hormuz. It is a narrow it is a narrow sea passage, but extremely important. More than half of India's oil import pass through this route. Now imagine if this route get blocked or if there is a conflict in that region, the supply of oil to India could be affected. And when supply gets affected, price grow up. When fuel prices go up, everything becomes expensive. Food, transport, electricity, everything. This is why energy is not just about a fuel, it is about your daily life. In recent years, the world has seen many crises: war, political tension, economic problems. Because of this, oil price have increased many times. And every time this happen, India's feel like the pressure. Even if India try to buy oil from other countries, it is not always easy because global markets are connected. If price rise in a one place, they rise everywhere. Now you might be thinking, why doesn't India store more oil for emergencies? Good question. India does have something called strategic petroleum reserve. These are large underground storage facilities where oil is kept. But here the issue, they are not enough. Currently, India can cover only about 9 to 10 days of oil imports from this reserve. Even if we include other storage, it goes up around 74 per days. But expert says a country like India should have at least 90 days of reserve. Some countries like Japan, South Korea have even more. So clearly, India needs to improve here. Another problem is India depend on import gas for important industries. For example, fertilizer production. Fertilizers are used in farming and farming feed the nation. If gas supply is disturbed, fertilizer productions can get affected. And if that happens, food productions can also be affected. See how everything is connected. Energy is not just about a fuel, it is about a food, economy, and life. Now let's talk about the future. India's depend for fuel is not decreasing. In fact, it is increasing. More vehicles on roads, more industries, more transportations. Petrol's demands may peak in the future, but diesel demand will continue for longer. Why? Because trucks and heavy transport still depend on diesel, and shifting them to electric or other fuels is not easy, at least not immediately. So, what can India do? Is there a solution? Yes. but it requires planning, investment, and time. First, India needs to reduce its dependence on import oil and gas. This does not means stopping the import completely, but reducing the risk. One way to do this is even by increasing storage capacity. More reserve means more safety during crisis. Second, India needs to focus on alternative energy, electric vehicles, green hydrogen, renewable energy like solar and winds. These are not just buzzwords, they are the future. Electric vehicles are already becoming popular. Two wheelers and three wheelers are cheaper to run compared to petrol ones. This is a good sign, but for trucks and heavy vehicles, we needs better solution. Hydrogen could be one of them, but it needs strong research and infrastructure. Charging stations, hydrogen fuel stations, these need to be built across the country. Third, industries must change the way they use energy. Factors can Factories can shift it to cleaner fuels. Electricity can replace gas in a many process. This will reduce a dependence on imports. Another important area is refineries. India imports a LPG in large quantities, cooking gas. But if refineries are upgraded, they can produce a more LPG for crude oil. This can reduce import. All these steps may sound technical, but the idea is simple. India's need to become a stronger and more independent in energy. Because at the end of the day, energy securities is national securities. If a country cannot control its energy, it cannot full control in its future. The crisis in West Asia is a reminder. It shows how events happening far away can affect our daily life. A war in another region can increase your petrol price. A, a conflict in another country can make your electricity bill higher. So, what does this means for you? It means that every time you switch on the light, on fuel is your vehicles. You are connected to a global system, a system that is powerful but also fragile. India is already moving in the right direction. Solar energy is growing. Electric vehicles are also increasing. New policies are being introduced, but the journey is so long, and the challenges are real. So next time when you see fuel prices increasing, don't just think it random. There is a story behind it, a story of global politics, supply chain, and national strategy. And maybe, just maybe, individuals can also contribute. Using public transport, saving electricity, supporting clean energy, small steps but meaningful, because the future of energy is not just in the hand of government, it is also in our hands. So this was the story of India's energy, its challenges, and its future. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like this video, share, and subscribe, because understanding these topics make us not just informed citizens but smarter one. And reminder, energy is not just a fuel, it is a power, it is a growth, it is a life. Thank you for watching.